Guys, Keith Trades is April 15th, and this market has been tough this week. But today's video is a reminder of how you build confidence in your model and how you should stay confident in your model. It was a one loss. We were confident it would work out eventually. The markets are choppy, they're inefficient, they're slow. Can't blame the market, we know that. But what we do know is if we execute our setup, trust in our edge, it'll be paid back. So the number one thing for confidence in your model is going to be having clear criteria, right? If I know exactly the points of confluence I need to see for my model, having clear criteria, that's how I know I'm confident, because I got this piece, I have this piece, I have this piece. Okay, I know that this trade may lose, but if I keep on taking it, it will do what? It'll win more than it loses, and it'll win bigger than the losses, right? So understanding the risk to reward of your model, right? I know this model is going to win about 70 to 80% of the time. So on any given time, I know that, out of 10 trades, I'll probably win, maybe 6, maybe 7, maybe 10 of them. I don't know. I could win 6 in a row and lose 3 in a row. I could win 10 in a row and lose 5 in a row. You just do not know. But what you do know is that if I have all these pieces of confluence, my trade's on. So my first model is going to be the SMT inverse. If I do not get the SMT inverse, I look for what? 5 minute, 15 minute, 1 hour, 4 hour. I look for a higher time frame fair value gap to be respected. Right? And then I go into a 1/2/3 minute for an inverse or fair value gap in line with my trade. So I know I need these pieces of confluence for a trade. And then I need what? To lastly finish off narrative, right? Why should we go there? So if I have my clear criteria, I know I can get, 2 to 1, 3 to 1 to full TP, maybe scale out a 1 to 1 in this market. If I know I have good risk to reward on this trade, I know my model will win. I know my pieces of confluences I need to see for the setup. So why should I be scared? You shouldn't, regardless of this choppy action, regardless of this shit show. If you get your model, you have your piece of confluence, you stay confident, you let it rip. And it'll pay. It'll always pay. So these are the pieces of confluence, and this is how you stay confident. If I take a loss, I took a loss in the AM. So what did I do? I did not force in any of this. I stayed disciplined, I stayed composed, and I caught that exact same trade in the PM that made almost double in points, right? Staying confident. Confidence comes from back testing, comes from executing and seeing it play out, right? And we have built that with this model. Had 2 members take it. 1 member sent me a testimonial. So I'll show it right here, right? Took the trade. Accidentally took 2 minis, but made a $900 profit, $904 profit today. Great stuff, right? So again, 5 or 15 minute, 1 or 2, 3 minute inverse, or a fair value gap in line. Let's look at it here. So coming into my AM loss, right? We ended up sweeping out London overnight high, sweeping out this high from yesterday. So we know we have that liquidity sweep, right? And if I zoom in, I don't have an SMT inverse. I did call this inverse and bearish entry, which was in hindsight a fucking baller trade, but I just wasn't confident. Why was I not confident in this trade? Number one, I need the SMT to take this setup. Number two, look at the action prior. Was I confident that it would dump like this? No, but it did. So what do I look for next? I say, okay, we definitely have draws lower, right? I can see previous day's low being a draw. I can see that we've swept out the opening high, and I can look for lower prices. Lows here. We have lows here in the day, right? We could see that we have levels to play from, right? This would be my clearest full TP. And we see that aggressive sell-off. So what am I looking for now? I'm looking for a 5 or 15 minute fair value gap, and we got that here. Now I look for what? Respect. And we drew back in. Got a nice rejection. Inverse entry short. I I got short at 19,005. Gave me about 20 something points, 26 points in my favor, and stopped me out, ripped me a new one. So what happens after I get stopped out there? Am I upset about it? No, right? We've swept out, we've broken down, we found aggressive selling, we've retraced, we've respected, we've inversed. I'm totally fine with that. And what did I do to combat this market? I played 20% size. I played small size to combat that. You know what? This is my model. It's going to work out. I'm confident in it. I just don't know how it's going to work out. I don't know if it's going to deliver now. Yesterday's loss was the same. A great trade, and it did what? It chopped all day, and then it ended up ripping back down and hitting our targets. So what did we do? Took a loss. Nasty candles. We look at this market and you say, you know what? It is not worth it. So we hop off, we come back in the PM. And if we look at it on the 5-minute time frame, let's clear all this out. It's still, it worked out. We were right to go short, right? And if we look at the 5-minute fair value gap, it was respected all of lunch and AM. It didn't disrespect it, right? So we knew it was on. But then what did I do? Saw the breakdown, saw the aggressive selling. What did I find again? 5-minute fair value gap. What do I need? Retrace and respect. Traded back into that 5-minute. Found selling. Where's my point of entry? 1-minute inverse. Bam. This trade lost me 28 points. Coming into this setup, I got the inverse close. I got short at 75. I placed my stop here. What were my targets? The same exact targets as of our first trade. And it's the same exact model. 5-minute respect, inverse. 5-minute respect, inverse. So we went from a 28-point loss, scale break even here. Called potential early scale at this point because of the SMT. But I just ended up holding my trade to the plan. And we take a 28-point loss and can look at 33, 41, up to 50 points. So I take a loss here. I stay confident. We ended up holding the 5-minute. We broke down. Again, same thing here, aggressive selling. Did I say, you know what, this is going to fuck me over again? No. I said it could, but I've already said, okay, I'm giving this trade a 25-point stop loss. If it works out, I put the size on. Am I okay with taking a second loss at this size? Will it affect me? Will it affect my profit from last week? I'm okay with it. We took it. Little choppy, little iffy. Stuck to the plan. It works out. It pays fully. And we're green on the day. That is what it is. When you have your clear criteria, when you have your narrative you need, when you have your structure set up, if you have everything you need to see, that is how you stay confident. The only reason why I see people who aren't confident in trades is because they have this model, they have that model, they have this trade, this confluence, right? Too much stuff is going to get what? You're going to overthink it. If I see these points of confluence, I'm getting in, right? If we ran previous day's low and new low, would I take this setup? Probably not, because there's no reason to go lower. But sweeping out London highs, I wanted to see lower draws, and we ended up getting that nicely, right? Come to 7 o'clock, swept out that London high, delivery, and we end up consolidating, right? This trade in a clean, efficient market, it probably should have dumped us here. But this market is not the cleanest. So it chopped, it messed around all day, and we got the same exact setup, and it pays almost double. We've had the same exact model here on the 1 hour on Thursday from Thursday's video, paid 178 points. Am I mad that it loses 28 points here? If it can pay 50, 170 points plus, no. I stay confident with it. It'll win in the long run. If we have our pieces, we execute. That is confidence in your trading by having a clear model. But simple video, simple recap. We're going to look to just keep on pushing, keep on staying patient and staying picky, and we will take losses in this market. But if we play right and play small size, we will end up winning. That's the point of the video. Thank you guys for watching. Leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you want to join the Discord, we have a link in the bio. Be happy to have any and all new members. But until next time, guys, peace out.